Hi everyone. As
Hello.
promised, we go live on Facebook to address your queries regarding the UPSC examination. जैसे कि सबको लगता है कि UPSC एग्जामिनेशन काफ़ी टफ होती है एंड राइटली सो. पीपल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट फील्ड सिट फॉर इट. बहुत सारे लोग बैठते हैं एंड at different levels of their education, so that makes it very tough. But as Athar and I both can vouch for, if you have a smart strategy, अगर आपकी एक smart strategy हो तो it's very easy actually to tackle the examination. So जो मेरा पहले एक पोस्ट था उस पर काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस आप लोगों ने डाले थे एंड उसमें से मुझे एक जनरल आइडिया मिल गया कि what are the main problems that aspirants are facing. So we'll try to focus on those today and we'll again try to do this sometime later. मान लो कुछ छूट गया हो या कुछ चीज़ हम एड्रेस ना कर पाए हों. So I think जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन हम सबको यहाँ एड्रेस करना चाहिए कि ये एग्जाम किस चीज़ को लेकर है, क्या एग्जैक्टली हमें हमारा मेन फोकस रहना चाहिए इस एग्जामिनेशन में, सो दैट we have a clear idea what are we dealing with. So UPSC examination per se, I think it's more about what's happening around you. आपके आसपास क्या चल रहा है, देश में क्या चल रहा है, विदेश में क्या चल रहा है. So you need to be very aware and very conscious of anything and everything around you. Atha, you would want to say something on this?
Yeah, she's absolutely right. I think, first of all, it's very important to get an overview of what this examination is all about. What is the demand of this examination? And once understanding them, then you should plan your preparation accordingly. So she's absolutely right that this examination is all about, understanding the things around you, understanding your country well, understanding, what's going on in the world.
So like I said, understanding what's happening. So it's very simple. To understand what's happening in present, you need to know what has happened in the past. So history becomes important. To understand what's around you, you need to know your geography well. To understand how your economy is performing, of course, you need to get your economics right. So that's how, the whole UPSC exam is all about. So of course, a clear bias है towards humanities. We are mostly dealing with subjects which are towards the liberal arts. So of course, जहाँ उतना साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी यूज नहीं होता है जो प्रोबेबली से अदर कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में यूज होता है. सो हियर यू नीड टू बी वेरी गुड इन से हिस्ट्री, वेरी गुड इन योर पॉलिटी एंड लॉ, वेरी गुड इन ज्योग्राफी, वेरी गुड इन फिलोसफी. सो you have to first get this fact straight that this is a humanities oriented exam. and जब आपको ये अच्छे से समझ आ जाएगा तो अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी भी वैसे ही ओरिएंट करेंगे. नाउ अगर हम स्ट्रैटेजी की बात करें तो एज पर योर क्वेश्चंस मेरे को डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स ने अप्रोच किया. स्टूडेंट्स हु आर इन स्कूल, स्टूडेंट्स हु आर इन कॉलेज, स्टूडेंट्स हु आर डन विथ कॉलेज एंड वांट टू नाउ प्रिपेयर फॉर द एग्जाम, and those aspirants who are also working professionals जो पार्ट टाइम जॉब कर रहे हैं. So we are dealing with different categories of students and जैसे सबकी circumstances अलग हैं, सबकी level of education अलग है, तो सबकी of course strategy भी different होगी. So I think we'll go step by step. Since I also started preparing from school, so probably I can take on that. When we are in school, of course, I think the main focus should be clearing your board examination. So don't take too much pressure into thinking कि अभी से ही हम UPSC का इतना पढ़ लेंगे. It's not possible. आपकी भी उतनी एज भी नहीं हुई है, ना ही उतनी एजुकेशन लेवल हुई है. But of course, it's very good to start early. So the only thing you can do is develop newspaper reading and focus on the 11th and 12th NCERTs because those books only become the core books for preparation for UPSC. So अपना आप काम हल्का कर सकते हो by focusing on your school studies very well. And of course, if you can develop newspaper reading habit, then nothing like it. If I think we need to take a break here for one moment. There's a phone ringing. Yeah. Really sorry.
Carry on, you can do that.
No, I think.
Hello. Don't. अभी थोड़ा दिखाएंगे. Thank you.
कौन था? Okay. If you are in college, then I think the strategy should be कि आप वो ही graduation subject चुने which you think you will also pursue for your mains. For instance, I had decided way before that I would choose political science as my optional in the mains examination. Thereby, I took political science also as my graduation subject. So obviously, उसने मेरी help करी examination में. Even अगर आप वो सब्जेक्ट नहीं चुन पाए जो probably आप optional की तरह चुन रहे हैं, so probably try to orient your own subject towards that. Probably say if you're doing geography honors, so think about geography as your optional for the examination and start preparing for that. Acha. Again, if you're in college, I think newspaper reading again helps, and college is the right time to actually start serious preparation towards newspaper reading. Like I said, the UPSC examination is all about what happens around you, and the best way to keep track of that is do a lot of newspaper reading. So every day you have to spend nearly 2 hours on newspaper. So you would like to chip in here for college students?
Actually, we have also got a lot of questions out here. We're just going through some of them. First thing, as she was telling you well elaborately, how to go about it, and I think one thing that you need to be very sincere about is a proper study plan. So if you are in college or if you are working somewhere, it becomes even more important to you, because time is absolutely not a luxury for you. It's a scarce resource for you. So make a proper plan that like every day, if you are taking out at least 4-5 hours, whatever you are able to make best use of that time. So that is, I think, one very, very important mantra for clearing the examination. Then I think we are having a lot of questions here. We can go through these questions. I'll just read out some of the questions.
And also we need to address people who are already doing a job and preparing for the exam, because that's one question I often get. I think people who are also working, since I was not working, so I'm probably not the right person to address this, but I think even if you're working like a lot of my colleagues were working while preparing for the examination, you still need to somehow take out 5 to 6 hours to study. If not 6, at least 4 to 5 hours. And probably, like I know people who have got selected and who were already doing a job. So, they had very clever tactics how to, spend their time studying as well as working. For instance, one very good friend of mine, he was already in a job, and every morning to commute to his workplace used to take around 2 hours. So he used to listen to news during that point of time, and even download news videos or debate videos, and that's how he kept track of current affairs. So you need to formulate your own strategy how to take out those 4 to 5 hours for study every day.
He used to...
We can go through the questions which are coming in.
Okay, so I'll start with the top. Okay, with the last ones. Okay. So, I'm in second year of graduation. Is it necessary to join coaching? So you can speak about that.
Yes, a lot of questions coming regarding to the importance of coaching. See, if you get a teacher, it's always good, right? Like you'll get more help. But a lot of people can do even without it. So this question is actually a very personal question, in the sense that it depends from person to person. So if you think you'll study only when you have a teacher on your head, then fine, go for coaching. If you think you are self-disciplined and you can do your own self-study, then of course coaching is not required. Also, there are questions regarding whether only coaching gets you selected. No. In fact, a majority of those who don't take coaching get selected. So coaching is not the only thing which will get you selected. Regarding, a lot of people have issues about affordability of coaching. Well, nearly the study material and even the videos of teachers of nearly all coaching institutes are available online. So affordability again is not a question. All you need is a good internet connection. So I think that's something.
Yeah, that's indeed true. But another important aspect is, once you have joined coaching, make sure that you take best use of it. Many times what happens is that you go to some coaching classes, they're teaching you something in the class, and once you come back, you don't even bother to go through what you have been taught in the class. So I think it's important.
When I was in Delhi, and the same thing, like a lot of students in my coaching institute would be busy on their phones, would not be interested in class. So that's just waste of time and money. So don't do that. If you've joined a coaching institute, please take full advantage of this.
Okay, so I think it's important that after classes go back, revise that those notes well, what you have been taught in the classes, and you can also go through other books, from which you can further supplement what you have been taught in the class. That would be important. And apart from that, it's again not an absolute necessary to join coaching. There are, in fact, within our batch, there are majority of, if not majority, at least a substantial number of those selected candidates are ones who have not joined any kind of coaching. Yet at times, if you join a test series or something, that does happen. That does help. More important, be pretty liberal in taking notes. Don't have this mentality that you don't want to, even if fetch
and
notes
I
from
think
somewhere.
there's a lot of student ego in this, that no, I've understood it, so मुझे तो याद रहेगा. कुछ याद रहता नहीं है, आप एक दो दिन बाद वो भूल जाएंगे. It's human nature. So don't be adamant कि मैं ये नोट नहीं करूंगा या नहीं करूंगी. Be very generous in your notings. इनफैक्ट आप कभी न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ें, कोई किताब पढ़ रहे हो, कुछ भी पढ़ रहे हो, अगर आपको कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट लगता है कि अच्छा ये शायद मेरे एग्जामिनेशन से कुछ रिलेटेड है, ऑलवेज टेक अ नोटिंग.
Okay, there's one very common question. They say, please give a list of some books which are
Yeah.
necessary.
So this is I think this is the most often asked question कि एक book list हम दें कि कौन सा सब्जेक्ट कहाँ से प्रिपेयर करना. I think this is a question of a lot of aspirants. I think we can begin with history. So history has three parts. It has ancient, medieval, and modern history. Ancient history is mostly asked in prelims. Medieval, as well as in medieval history, some part of it, I think, tending towards the modern comes in the mains, but mostly ancient and medieval prelims में ही आता है. So when you know कि prelims is like a yes or no वाला question type, so you know that your preparation has to be factual. एंड वेन यू नो कि जो मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री है वो मेंस के पेपर में आएगा, मतलब यहाँ पे आई हैव टू बी मोर एनालिटिकल, मोर डिस्क्रिप्टिव. सो प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रैटेजी ही डिफर करती है. हाउएवर फॉर बुक्स, व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट बुक्स फॉर हिस्ट्री, एंशियंट एंड मिडिवल हिस्ट्री एज वेल एज मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के लिए, तीनों के लिए 12th की एनसीईआरटी होती है. वी ऑल स्टडी एनसीईआरटी, ट्रस्ट मी. अथर आई स्टडी एनसीईआरटी, आई डिड एनसीईआरटी, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, ऑफ कोर्स देयर विल बी सम क्वेश्चंस व्हिच नोबडी नोज, but at least like 85 to 90% questions come from NCERTs. So for ancient and medieval Indian history, you need to do NCERTs. For modern Indian history, of course, the NCERT plus spectrum.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. And also especially for the students who are from non-humanity background, say
science
students and engineering students, NCERTs are really, they act as anchors. For example, you're reading history, NCERT books, they do help you, getting hold of some basic things. After that, if you read other books, they become very easy for you. So I would particularly, also focus on this thing that NCERTs are absolutely a must, especially for history and geography. Okay, then there's one question: what is the perfect strategy to top the examination?
Perfect strategy to top. We shall come to that later. First we'll complete the book list. You were talking about the book list. So
yes.
That was history. If we talk about geography, I think geography has two parts: physical and human geography. For physical geography, it's 11th class fundamentals of physical geography NCERT. It's a blue color ki NCERT, class 11th. For the human geography, we require 12th class ki yellow color ki, what is it called? I think it's called human geography only. So these two books are for physical geography and human geography. We also need to study a bit of Indian geography, which again I think 12th class ki NCERT and 10th class ki NCERT. So as you can see guys, it's mostly NCERTs. So those people who want to clear IAS are in schools, take your NCERTs really seriously. A new upcoming area in UPSC is environment and ecology. So environmental science is very important. A lot of questions are coming. बिल्कुल hot topic है ये. And I think environment के लिए best source है that you keep track of all the environment and ecological issues happening currently. So like कोई क्लाइमेट डील हो गई, क्लाइमेट चेंज की कोई बात चल रही है, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की कोई बात चल रही है, कोई एंडेंजर्ड एनिमल्स की बात चल रही है, कुछ भी न्यूज में है, सो प्लीज कीप ट्रैक ऑफ इट. Plus, I think there's this very good book published by Shankar IS Academy. It's green in color, and I think it's easily available in the market, and even its free PDFs are available online. So guys, you can download that, and I think it's a very good book.
And also, like, when it comes to environment and ecology, the current affairs part becomes extremely important. So when you are say, yeah, so जब आप न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं, जब आप करंट अफेयर्स प्रिपेयर करते हैं, कि एक स्पेशल फोकस, स्पेशल इंपॉर्टेंस आप एनवायरनमेंट सेक्शन को दें. So many a times, so most of the questions which come in mains, they are much more related to what is happening, in the current time, rather than something very old. Okay, so polity and law.
Polity, I think polity, it's Lakshmikant, Lakshmikanta and Lakshmikant. There is no alternative.
That's true.
So there's no substitute. I think Lakshmikant is the most cliched book out there, but it's the best. So yes. I wouldn't suggest anything else. I did Lakshmikant, and Lakshmikant आप इतनी बार पढ़ोगे, like मेरी book तो totally it's like torn and in tatters, and I think we must have done Lakshmikant कितनी बार पढ़ा होगा? 10-15 बार तो पढ़ा ही होगा. हाँ. इतनी बार.
ये particularly also important है कि अगर एक बार पढ़ के don't switch over to another book. Read Lakshmikant again and again. So, and apart from that, there is a small book, PM Bakshi, in which you find bare articles of the Constitution. Right. So you can also have it. So what you can do is, when you're reading a particular chapter from Lakshmikant, you can also, have that read the articles of the Constitution from PM Bakshi as well. It gives you, a better picture always. So you can also remember at times some of the important articles of the Constitution as well.
To just translate that into Hindi, because we have bilingual friends here. अथर कह रहे हैं कि along with Lakshmikant, you should also read Constitution में जो actual articles हैं. So Lakshmikant is basically an explanation of those articles. So PM Bakshi की एक पतली सी किताब आती है जिसमें जो प्रॉपर लैंग्वेज में संविधान में जो हमारे एक करके आर्टिकल्स हैं वो लिस्टेड हैं. तो वो अगर आप साथ साथ लक्ष्मीकांत के साथ पढ़ेंगे तो आपको एक बेटर आइडिया मिलेगा और बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन मिलेगी. देन आई थिंक और कौन से हमारे सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं? We've covered history, we've covered geography,
polity, economics.
Yeah. Economics is like the most trickiest, like सबसे problematic, it's economics. Why? Because there's no good book on economics. Like we don't know कौन सी book suggest करे. Like हमने भी थोड़ा coaching से समझा, कुछ newspaper से समझा, कुछ मम्मी से समझा, कुछ uncle से समझा, कुछ auntie से समझा. So economics is like a very troublesome topic. But I think the only helpful thing is that economics आजकल जो पूछा जा रहा है in UPSC exam, it's more current affairs oriented.
That's true.
So you really need to have a very good track about what's happening in the economy. So you really need to read that business page जो हम सब skip करने की कोशिश करते हैं, जो हमें difficult लगता है, तो उसको थोड़ा समझने की I think
yeah.
You're better in economics than me. Why don't you?
So I think economics के लिए a good strategy would be to first of all go with clear your basics. Say we always start with law of supply and demand. What is supply and demand? How a price is determined? So then what's the monetary policy? I think fiscal policy?
You have to speak in Hindi. There are a lot of girls who are like Hindi please. So speak in Hindi.
Okay. Yeah. So आप क्या कर सकते हैं? सबसे पहले थोड़ा बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट जो इकोनॉमिक्स के हैं उनको अच्छे से क्लियर कीजिए. जैसे लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई एंड डिमांड की बात की जाती है, हाउ प्राइसेस कैसे डिटरमाइन होते हैं इकोनॉमी में, एक मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी क्या होती है, एक फिस्कल पॉलिसी क्या होती है, एक जैसे इन्फ्लेशन की बात करते हैं, व्हाट इज इन्फ्लेशन, हाउ आर दीज थिंग्स रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर. सो एक बार वंस यू आर थ्रू दीज बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स, आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन इजीली स्टार्ट रीडिंग योर करंट अफेयर्स, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन. आरबीआई का पॉलिसी स्टेटमेंट है, आरबीआई हैज नॉट चेंज्ड से रेपो रेट, सो व्हाट डज इट मीन, या इफ आरबीआई has changed the rate, so what does it mean, how will it impact my economy? So start with the basics and then keep a strong track of what's going on currently.
So I think for economics we really need to first read hamara, I think it's 12th NCERT which deals with it. We really need to read class 12th ka NCERT of economics to understand the basics of economics, so that we can understand what's happening in the newspapers, which of course was a headache to me, was a headache to him, was a headache to everybody. So economics is troublesome, but if we get our basics right, जो फिर बड़ी बड़ी बातें हो रही हैं, it becomes very easy. Also for economics, I think economic survey which comes
Yes,
every year,
yes,
and
yes.
the budget.
Yeah,
As well
both
as
of them
the
are very important.
railway budget. I
Railway
think
budget,
three
yeah,
things.
yeah.
These of course need to be kept a track.
Yeah, economic survey especially. That's a general major statement.
Yeah.
One of the most
And
authentic
especially पता है,
statements.
and don't
that we
worry,
have.
economic survey पता है बहुत मोटा मोटा आता है. अगर तुम फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन वाला चैप्टर बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ लो ना, 90% काम वहीं खत्म हो जाता है.
Yeah.
So that's like a
That's
cheat
just
I
kind
can
of a
give you, like a hint I can give you.
summary thing.
Yeah. So always
Yeah.
read the first introduction chapter of the economic survey. Yeah.
And also, economic survey has at present it has two parts. One part is fully, more of database. You find a lot of data. You don't need to, mug up stuff. And one part is mostly, it talks about what are the major issues in our economy, what can be the policy options. It's better to go through that portion rather than, trying to mug up the different data and figures. You would not remember them by the time examination would be on your head.
Another thing, I think economics is fine. We are done with history, geography,
polity,
environment. और कौन सा रहा?
Okay, ethics is there. World history, you spoke about world history as well?
No, we
Okay.
didn't address world history.
Okay,
World
talk about
history
that.
is left, and I think ethics.
There's one important question. Somebody has said new or old NCRTs. So,
It's old NCRTs, not new. Old NCRTs. For everything, it's old NCRTs. For history especially.
History especially
History
you can
especially
read
is old.
and
New.
I
बाकी
think
subjects
geography
क्योंकि different नहीं है.
particularly geography you can go with the new NCRTs.
New ones,
They're
because
easy
they're
to read.
updated.
They're
yeah.
updated and easy
But
to
for
read.
history don't go for the new ones. The new ones don't have much material जो UPSC require करता है. For history especially go for the old ones. Another question which is coming on screen which I just read. Does it make a difference if you're a Hindi medium student or an English medium student? I think it doesn't. It honestly doesn't. It all boils down to how good you wrote an answer. So if you think कि मैं हिंदी में ज़्यादा अच्छे से आंसर लिख सकता हूँ, go for हिंदी. So don't feel कि नहीं हिंदी में मार्क्स नहीं मिलते या इंग्लिश में ज़्यादा मार्क्स मिलते हैं.
Okay, I'm looking for the
Okay. So it's not like that. Please. So ये अपने दिमाग से हटा दीजिए कि हिंदी वालों को कम मिलते हैं, इंग्लिश वालों को ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. Choose whatever language. It may be Hindi, English, Telugu, Tamil. But if you can write your answers well, you can express yourself well, then that is what UPSC is looking for.
Okay, can you tell something about ethics paper? So, I think ethics is also left. You can talk about ethics.
Okay, ethics. Ethics is another. What do I say? It's a very tricky area. I don't know. What would you say?
It's of course very tricky area. In fact, ethics paper is
Like I'm
such.
tired of speaking
The swing in marks is very huge. For example, if you talk about GS paper 1, most of the people do get marks between say 70 to 110. But in ethics, you can get marks either 150 and you can also get 50 marks. So there has been the case. A person getting 50 1 year in the ethics paper, next year getting 150, and that swing is huge. Then for ethics, as we know that in ethics paper there are two parts. The first part is slightly subjective and theoretical. The second part is that of the case studies. For the first part, I think it's important first of all to get hold of some of the theoretical concepts. There's this small book of Chronicle, lexicon Chronicle. It's kind of a dictionary of most of the terms on ethics and aptitude. Yeah. So you can go through it, try to maybe mug up or whatever, in whichever way, try to understand what those terms mean. What is aptitude? What is attitude? Different stuff like that. Once you are through that, then try to write as many answers as you can. Because at the end of the day, the paper is more about what you understand and how you understand, rather than what has been spoken by somebody else. For example, I guess in 2014.
I just would like to butt in here. One more book which is very good for ethics is by Ethics by Access Publishing House. In the last 50 pages, they've just given a lot of case studies for
Yeah,
practice.
Subha Rao and Roy Choudhury.
Yeah, I think
It's also a very good book. Subha Rao.
I did it from there. I did it from there.
Yeah, it's a very good book. I forgot to mention it. It's Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude by Subha Rao and Roy Choudhury. It's a very good book. Yeah, it has a lot of case studies, a lot of questions which you can practice. So it would always be advisable to do that. And for the second part of your paper, for the case studies, the only way to prepare is to solve as many case studies as possible. You know.
Yeah, case studies. हम बहुत बार इग्नोर करते हैं. जैसे मेरी स्ट्रैटेजी में भी समथिंग वेंट रॉन्ग. इट वाज दैट कि मैंने इनफ केस स्टडीज प्रैक्टिस नहीं की थी, और जब मैं एग्जाम देने गई तो एक्चुअली कम टाइम में उन केस स्टडीज को सॉल्व करने में मुझे बहुत टाइम लग रहा था. एंड आई गॉट उस टाइम लिखते लिखते आई वाज पैनिकिंग, नर्वस हो रही थी कि आई डोंट हैव इनफ टाइम एंड सो मेनी केस स्टडीज, एंड आई वाज जस्ट विशिंग कि काश मैंने प्रैक्टिस उतनी कर ली होती. So I scored 110, but if I would have practiced more, probably say 115 आ जाते. So practice makes one's perfect. And case study is something कि आप कभी भी practice कर सकते हो. मान लो prelims ही पढ़ रहे हो and prelims का आप बोर हो गए, just pick up a case study it, समझो कि प्रॉब्लम है, एक रियल लाइफ प्रॉब्लम है, उसे आप अगर कलेक्टर होते तो आप कैसे सॉल्व करते. So that's like a good pastime also, and it will help.
That's true. In fact, for example, last year we had one of these case studies. There was a school in which a cook was from a scheduled caste, and she used to cook food for the midday meal. And gradually, when other people in the village got to know, they started withdrawing their children from the school. So
it's like a real life problem. Like
it was actually a real life problem.
How do we tackle caste discrimination? So they actually even UPSC test करता है कि आपके views क्या हैं regarding social issues like casteism or say communalism, and how if you were in power, if you were given power, how would you solve it? So it tests your personality in a way, and it's always better कि आप पहले से ही प्रैक्टिस कर लें कि आप कैसे लिखेंगे, अपने व्यूज पहले से ही बना लें. व्यूज अगर जो भी हैं उन्हें या तो करेक्ट करें या और बेहतरीन बनाएं. राइट. I think
there's a very interesting question actually.
Okay.
I have a tattoo on my wrist. Am I eligible for UPSC examination?
Yes. The tattoo doesn't matter.
Just hide it at the time of your
tattoo,
interview.
Without tattoo. But if the tattoo is visible during the interview, they might ask a question on it कि इस tattoo का significance क्या है और तुमने क्यों लगाया है.
Yes.
पर वैसे there's no restriction यार, ऐसे थोड़ी ना है.
There's one question on art and culture.
Yeah, art and culture. Yeah.
I
think we forgot to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Art and culture is very, very difficult subject because there's no good book. Also difficult because हमें schools में art and culture उतना पढ़ाया नहीं जाता, और हमारा इसलिए बचपन से interest inculcate नहीं होता, which is very wrong and needs to be corrected. Third thing, art and culture prelims में भी आता है and mains में भी आता है, so you can't get rid of it. और खुदा ना खास्ता हो सकता है इंटरव्यू में भी पूछ लें. सो आर्ट एंड कल्चर पे फोकस देना पड़ेगा. काफी लोग इग्नोर करते हैं और सिग्निफिकेंट मार्क्स लूज कर देते हैं. अगर आप आर्ट एंड कल्चर थोड़ा परफेक्ट कर लेंगे, यू माइट गेन ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स बिकॉज लोग इसे प्रिपेयर नहीं कर पाते. आर्ट एंड कल्चर के लिए एनसीईआरटी की 12th की एक बुक आती है. It's fine arts. People who take fine arts as a subject in their 11th and 12th, fine arts की जो book आती है, that is used for art and culture for UPSC. So please remember, this is the only good source for art and culture.
And I think
Class 11th, 12th की NCERT for that subject fine arts.
And there's also one book, it's written by one of our seniors, like Nitin Singhania. I think many of you would have read it. It's also available online or somewhere. I found that book also useful for art and culture. Besides, there's a website, CCERT's
That's a very
website.
difficult website, yeah.
It is a bit difficult,
Like,
but some of the portions you can read.
I don't want to load you guys. ऐसे तो पता है, like ऐसे तो we can like, tell them loads of, but let's like pick a smart strategy. Like let's focus.
Yeah, that's probably more important.
And also when you study ancient history, so ancient history में try to focus more on the social history and cultural history. And actually वो आजकल political history पूछते नहीं है कि किसने किसको मारा, कब मारा, ये बताओ, डेट बताओ. They're not interested in political battles. They're more interested. अच्छा, सांची स्तूपा की क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, सांची स्तूपा में आर्किटेक्चर कैसा है, ताजमहल का आर्किटेक्चर कैसा है. सो फोकस मोर ऑन सोशल एंड कल्चरल हिस्ट्री. इट विल ऑल्सो हेल्प यू इन योर आर्ट एंड कल्चर.
And one thing, art and culture, as we were telling, the sources are kind of very discrete. Try to keep one composite source. So say if you're keeping NCERT books as your main source, say for example if you're reading something from the say some other book, you can jot down some of the things and paste that in your NCERT book somewhere. So try to make sure that you have, at the time of examination, there's only one thing that you have to revise. You don't have to go through every book again and again.
Exactly. So I think क्या क्या हो गया, हिस्ट्री, ज्योग्राफी, एनवायरमेंट, पॉलिटी, वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री इज डन, आर्ट एंड कल्चर इज डन. कौन से सब्जेक्ट लेफ्ट हैं? इज देयर एनी? नो, आई वांट टू फर्स्ट गेट नो स्टॉप लुकिंग एट द क्वेश्चंस. फर्स्ट लेट अस लुक एट द बुक लिस्ट, बिकॉज वो फिर इधर उधर हो जाता है. एथिक्स इज डन. एनी अदर सब्जेक्ट व्हिच इज लेफ्ट?
Polity is done.
I think.
What else is that?
I think we have covered the book list. If we haven't,
If you have left
I think
something,
I'll
you can just
reply
write
on the
down there.
comments because
Write down there.
there's so many questions coming up, we can't focus. Okay. Important thing is about newspaper reading, newspaper note making. I think ये सबसे it's a big elephant in the room and we must talk about that, right? So would you say something on news reading?
Yes, that's extremely.
There's so many questions coming up, we can't focus. Okay. Important thing is about newspaper reading, newspaper note making. I think ये सबसे it's a big elephant in the room and we must talk about that, right? So would you say something on news reading?
Yes, that's extremely important. In fact, current affairs forms the almost 50% of your preparation. So newspaper is extremely important. You have to read newspaper every day. You have other material also, say some magazines which give you a month's whatever has happened during the month, but use them only as a supplement, not as a prime source. So go through the newspapers every day, read them well, make proper notes. Note making is especially very important for newspapers.
We have questions like which newspaper to read, Hindu or Indian Express. कोई भी पढ़ लो, पर एक पढ़ना और अच्छे से पढ़ना. You read Hindu, you read the Indian Express, read anything but read it well and for at least like 2 hours. अच्छा, how to prepare notes? नोट्स ऐसे नहीं होने चाहिए कि आप पूरा न्यूज़पेपर ही कॉपी कर रहे हो एंड यू आर टेकिंग द होल डे. चूज द इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स. फॉर इंस्टेंस कुछ भी न्यूज में होता है, ऑटोमेटिकली वी गेट टू नो कि चलो ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है, उसको ट्रैक रखो और उसकी ब्रीफ नोट्स बनाओ. ऑल्सो ऑफकोर्स यू हैव टू रीड अ करंट अफेयर्स बुकलेट, मैगजीन, करंट अफेयर मैगजीन कहीं की तो आपको पढ़नी ही पड़ेगी, क्योंकि वो न्यूज़पेपर क्या होगा, वो जनरली आपको अवेयर कराएगा. वो मैगजीन आपको सिर्फ यूपीएससी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक से अवेयर कराएगी.
Okay.
So what was I saying?
Newspapers.
You actually did that.
Okay, so there was something very funny happened here, but I'm sorry for that.
So I think it's messed up with the ये वाला.
It's okay.
No.
It's okay. I didn't.
It's messed up. Anyway, okay. Newspaper reading. So how do we make the notes? Identify the important topics, only the important topics, not the whole newspaper, and make notes on it, and brief notes. Plus, you have to supplement it with one newspaper magazine. News booklet, current affairs magazine. It can be any, but you have to focus on one because those magazines will give you only those topics which are bang on for UPSC.
And one more thing, like when you're making notes from the newspapers, try to make them in a very well classified way. Don't write on a notebook. I would say it's personal opinion. Tina might have a different opinion on that. You can go use a file, in which you can place some A4 sheets.
Filing is difficult, Athar.
But no, it's more. It depends.
Maintaining a notebook for me, and I think it is more easy than maintaining a file.
That would be your opinion. What I would suggest is, if you have a file, what you can do is, say for example, if there's something news on India-US relations, write it down on that piece of paper. If say after 10 days you again get something related to India-US relations, you can write it down on another sheet of paper and place next to it. So it makes things a little bit more classified way.
Acha guys, we are getting questions relating to what to choose for Telugu literature, what to do for psychology optional. So यार मेरा optional political science था, sir का optional philosophy था. Now we are not the best people to suggest what is good for psychology optional or Telugu literature optional or what. Like we can only talk about say pol science or philosophy here. So we can talk about GS, but optionals में हमारी scope limited है. We are not the best people to guide you on that.
Yeah, that's right. And there are a lot of questions on geography mapping. So
Geography mapping.
Somebody is like
Yogesh Khateria.
Khateria is like, what to do
Yogesh
for
Khateria
geography mapping?
is buzzing us on on geography mapping. I think yes, Yogesh, you need to be very good with maps in the sense that a lot of questions in prelims would be location based. So it's very good that if you're well prepared with maps. So I think every student, every UPSC aspirant must carry an atlas in his hand whenever he's doing geography, whenever he's studying geography. So और in fact आप कभी भी geography में कुछ भी पढ़ें कि अच्छा यहाँ पे ये है, यहाँ पे वो है, atlas खोल के अगर एक बार आप location देखेंगे ना तो दिमाग में भी याद रहेगा and you will get a better perspective.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And there are some questions on anthropology. We have no idea about what to read on anthropology. Are we right? Okay. There was, I think, some questions earlier there on essays. So I guess
Essay.
yeah, that's again very important.
Essay. I think essay is I think one subject, I would say, where if you prepare, if you have a strategy, you can score easy marks and that will boost up your overall
Yes.
marks. So essay का क्या कर सकते हैं कि when you start with your mains preparation, 15 दिन नहीं, I think 10 days में एक ऐसे लिखना would be like sufficient कि एक practice बनी रहे. Also essay में I think it's just prudent कि you choose the current affairs वाले topic वाले essay because you'll be already studying a lot of current affairs.
Yeah, that's
What do you
also
say?
true. Yeah, that's absolutely right. They become slightly easier ones. And I think also when it comes to essays, it's very important to understand the topic really well. So I would say that if there are 4 topics, you should try to write on that topic which you understand very well and which you find very easy. So I think that is one part of it. Another aspect is like try to keep the essence of the topic intact when you are writing the write-up. So for example, I love this example. If there's an essay on, say, social media is an important pillar of democracy. So many a times what we tend to do is we start writing on social media around 400 words, then another 500 words on around democracy. But we lose the essence here that it was that how is social media an essential pillar of democracy. So he knows what social media is, the examiner knows what democracy is. You have to address how is social media an important pillar of democracy. If it is, then how does it strengthen democracy? Somebody might argue that it's not an important pillar of democracy. So try to understand the topic of the essay very well.
Also, I think one way to tackle essays, I think one strategy which always works is हमेशा try to analyze कोई भी इशू का इसका पॉलिटिकल इम्प्लीकेशन क्या है, इसका सोशल इम्प्लीकेशन क्या है, इसका इकोनॉमिक इम्प्लीकेशन क्या है, इसका इंडिविजुअल के लिए क्या इम्प्लीकेशन है, सोसाइटी के लिए क्या इम्प्लीकेशन है, इंटरनेशनली क्या इम्प्लीकेशन है. बैंग ऑन आपके पास बहुत आइडियाज आ जाएंगे, बहुत वर्ड्स आ जाएंगे, 5-6 डायमेंशंस आ जाएंगे, एग्जामिनर खुश, आप खुश, एवरीबडी खुश. सो दैट्स लाइक again a cheat I can give you.
Yes.
We have to talk about interview prep.
Yeah, there are a lot of questions on interview prep.
Simran is saying Simran is my friend. क्या लिखा है?
My subject in graduation was not political science.
Simran, it doesn't matter if it's not political science. Political science is ज़्यादातर current affairs based, so keep your current affairs strong and I think anybody can pick up pol science. It's just a very what do I say? It's a very elongated subject. So if you're okay doing a very detailed subject, that's all it requires.
Okay. Sir, any idea about selecting an optional? I think you spoke about it already, about how to select an optional, right?
I think we are getting very weird comments also.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Tell about interviews, please.
Yeah.
I think that's an important area we should talk about.
Absolutely. Since a lot of our friends would be giving interviews soon. Well, congratulations if you get the interview call first. And interview is going to be the most scariest time of your life. It's scary for everybody. Because there'll be like 6 people staring at you in your eyes, looking into your soul and checking everything about you. They'll check your body movement. If you're आप थोड़ा भी move कर रहे हो तो वो देखेंगे कि ये क्या कर रहा है, कहीं और देख रहा होगा तो वो देखेंगे, हर एक चीज notice होगी. So it is going to be a very pressurizing moment, and पहले से ये mindset बना दो that I am going into a situation where I'll be tested thick and thin. What do you think?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That it's in fact one of, that high adrenaline rush time. You're really very scared about what's going to happen, and I think being well prepared is the best possible way to tackle the interview. Now I think we can talk about how to prepare for the interview, right?
Well, why don't you start? I'm a bit tired.
Okay, so in interview, I think generally two areas are very very important. One is, as you know, that at the time of before writing your main examination, we fill this form called a detailed application form, DAF. Yes. So in that we give a lot of details about our our educational background, about our hobbies, about our where we come from, which village or town we come from, which state we come from. All these details are given in that detailed application form. So this is in a way our biodata which we supply to the board. So first thing is, it's very important to be clear and absolutely clear about all these things. So if you are chosen, if your hobby is say cooking, so it should actually be your hobby. So similarly, if you have if your background is engineering or something else, so you should also be at least clear about however on the basics from your educational background. Similarly, try to learn about your state, try to learn things about your district, your village or town. If there may be some important historical monuments there, try to know about them, try to know about the culture. So that be very clear about each and every item which is in your detailed application form. The second part is current affairs. Current affairs is an absolute must when it comes to interview. So I think you can tell more about that.
Yes, like you said, that current affairs is very important. And while in prelims and mains we were reading this one newspaper, in your interview prep you need to read at least 3 newspapers. So 2 have to be national dailies, and 1 has to be a paper which exclusively focuses on economics, say Business Standard or the Economics Times, whatever suits your taste. But it has to be 3 newspapers. Plus interview prep के time budget भी आ जाती है, economic survey भी आ जाता है. So of course you have to keep up to date with that. You also need to revise थोड़ा सा ऊपर से about your optional. So say मेरा Pol Science optional था, तो they asked me questions about Pol Science.
Right.
Similarly, you also need to keep थोड़ा track अपने graduation का. If you're an engineer, so don't think engineering अब bye हो गया and I never have to deal with engineering again. नहीं, वो engineering से भी कुछ basic questions पूछेंगे जो expected होगा कि किसी भी engineer को आना चाहिए. ऐसे नहीं कि बहुत ही कुछ rocket science पूछ लिया. Basic engineering questions, and so a little bit of revising will help you deal with those questions. और अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, it gives a very bad impression to the interview board that this person is not up to date with his own graduation. So take your graduation seriously that way. So I think it's current affairs,
yes,
optional, graduation, your DAF हो गया, biodata हो गया.
And some people are saying, tell us about your interview experience. I think you faced one of the most difficult boards.
Yeah, I had one of the most difficult interview boards, but डर तो लगता ही है, but डर के आगे जीत है. In the sense that within 10 minutes into the interview, you become comfortable. You are in control of your own body and mind. So be prepared कि हाँ डर तो लगेगा ही, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि डर नहीं लगेगा, but you will get used to it. And into that 10 minutes, whenever जैसे ही you feel comfortable, try to show your best side. Try to be as expressive as you can. Don't hesitate to कि ठीक है इतना बता दिया तो काफी है, नहीं, जितना आता है सब बताओ. And I think कि if you are well prepared on say current affairs, your optional, your graduation, then there's nothing which will stop you. Yeah. And ये misconception है कि interview board is out there to trouble you or eat you up. ऐसा नहीं है. डर तो लगता है because they are staring at you, but they are very supportive. In fact, अगर उन्हें लगेगा ना कि तुम डर गए और तुम बोल नहीं पा रहे, वो even help करते हैं, even hint देते हैं. So it's all okay, and with practice and with proper preparation कोई problem नहीं आएगी.
Yes, absolutely true. And
अंतरराष्ट्रीय संबंध के लिए
international relations. Where to read IR from?
The best source is the newspaper and any current affair magazine. तो करंट अफेयर मैगजीन में क्या होगा, एक इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस का एक सेक्शन ही होगा. कोई भी उठा लीजिए, वो अच्छे से एनालिसिस देंगे. अगर हम प्रीलिम्स की प्रिपरेशन करें तो थोड़ा हम फैक्चुअल अपना प्रिपरेशन करें, दैट वी आर हम फैक्ट्स को मेमोराइज करें. अगर हम मेंस की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, इंटरव्यू की कर रहे हैं, तो हम एनालिसिस और डिस्क्रिप्शन वाले पोर्शन पे ज्यादा ध्यान दें. तो मतलब बस थोड़ी स्ट्रेटेजी अलग हो जाती है व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस.
There was one question on social issues. We've missed it somewhere. Yeah. So I think
Social
where
issues?
to prepare social issues from. I think that also.
कौन सी social issues की book?
एक तो we used to read the social issues in India
नहीं, but
by Ram Ahuja.
I'm not sure. Like मेरा तो pol science में cover हो जाता था.
हाँ. So yeah.
No, but
So,
you give them a source, yeah.
there's this book by Ram Ahuja called Social Issues in India. So it he in detail talks about different social issues, their classification, and how to deal with them. I think it would also be good if you can get this book. Besides, when you are reading different editorials from the newspapers, many a times you find a social context to many of them. So we also try to take as much from them as possible. Besides, I think everywhere you can find some material from different coaching institutions on say different social issues. So you can also read about it from them. Also on internet also you find a lot of material
Look at this one.
available.
I just saw something.
Come on.
Your fans are also writing.
No, but not too much. I don't write this much. This is like.
Acha, do you have a younger brother? Yes, he does.
He's too young. What
No, I think
topics
he's
to
supposed to be
focus?
very young, girls.
Optional for an engineering student. Okay, optional for an engineering student. I think it depends. I personally, I thought that electrical engineering might be a bit tough for me.
For
I chose
optional,
humanities.
Be it engineering or anybody from any stream, choose optional of your interest, because a lot of study has to go in the optionals. So if it's not of your interest, बात नहीं बनेगी.
Yeah, absolutely, that's true.
हाँ, ये revision वाला I think is an
Revision, yes. How to do all these revisions and all. How to stay consistent.
I think having a timetable helps. अगर every day you have targets कि आज मुझे ये 5 चीजें कवर करनी है, तो आप inevitably करोगे, और नहीं भी करोगे तो आपके दिमाग में रहेगा कि ये चीज कवर नहीं हुई है. एंड हमेशा संडे और सैटरडे और संडे रिवीजन के लिए छोड़ो. जो मंडे टू फ्राइडे पढ़ा था वो सैटरडे संडे रिवाइज होना चाहिए. तो एक साइकिल बन जाती है और आपका दिमाग में फिर वो चीज बैठ जाती है. राइट, व्हाट डू यू से?
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
And I think we just like 5 minutes more.
Okay, so we may be here for 5 minutes more. This was the first time we tried it.
Yeah,
but,
so
yeah.
For that, guys, don't get mad, क्योंकि हम पहली बार लाइव यूज कर रहे और हमें नहीं पता कि अभी हम हाउ आर वी लुकिंग ऑन इट एंड कैसे आ रहा है, एंड आर यू गाइज एबल टू हियर अस, एंड डिड वी सॉल्व योर क्वेरीज और नॉट. बट वी रियली ट्राइड. विल ट्राई टू, जो भी इश्यूज रह गए हैं, we'll probably sometime later,
yes. So
a week later or something, we'll again come online and try to talk about that, because our time is constrained and we guys are on Bharat Darshan, तो हम लोग like free नहीं बैठे हैं अभी, so we just took out time.
So what you can do is just write some feedback down in the comments, so that next time when we try to do,
miss हुआ, we can do that.
Because this was kind of a trial for both of us as well.
Right.
We were trying hard, like.
So
I think we.
But I think it was fun. It was fun talking to you guys, and
our best wishes to all of you.
I think and yeah, thank you for all the lovely comments to both sir and me on my posts on Facebook. Thank you for following and being so patient. Trust me, we try our best to help you guys out, but ट्रेनिंग यार बहुत डिफिकल्ट होती है. इनफैक्ट we'll come live just to talk about ट्रेनिंग क्या होती है. So ट्रेनिंग इज नॉट फन. ट्रेनिंग इज एक्चुअली वेरी डिफिकल्ट. फोटोज पे मत जाओ कि ये तो मजे कर रहे हो, हम मजे नहीं कर रहे होते. बस एक फोटो भी मजे का होता है. सो इट्स नॉट दैट, इट्स वेरी टफ. एंड अभी करेंटली हमारा भारत दर्शन चल रहा है, सो वी आर रियली सॉरी अगर हम कुछ नहीं आंसर कर पाए, कुछ रह गया. गिले शिकवों के लिए पहले से क्षमा मांगते हैं. And sir, you would like to say something?
Yes, so again thank you so much. और हमारी तरफ से दिल्ली आप सबको best wishes, and we're very
all
sure
the
that
very
you will do
best.
wonderful.
And those people who are awaiting mains ka results, all the very very best. We wish to see you soon clearing the interview. And like I am trying to answer every comment which comes on my post. So guys, कुछ रह गया हो तो उस पे पोस्ट कर देना, मैं आंसर कर दूंगी. और अगर कुछ सर से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन होगा, सर will answer through my profile. So
Okay.
thank you
so
very much and all
God-
the very best.
God bless
बड़े
you.
नहीं हुए यार. God bless you is like we are uncle and auntie and we are blessing people. So
Thank you, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless
And
you. Bye-bye.
lots of love from, we are right now in Vadodara. Lots of love from Vadodara, and take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye bye.